listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It is Thursday, y'all. It is a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. I even went outside this morning and got grounded. Right now it's 62 degrees, going up to a high of 74. So when I say I got grounded, I went outside, which I have never done before because I'm afraid of snakes. But this morning I went outside, I took my shoes off, and I stood on the bare ground. Yes, I did. I stood on the bare ground. And I felt like I needed to be grounded, right? And I felt really good. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take off my shoes. I'm gonna stand on the ground. And I did. And I stood on the ground. I did my prayer, and it felt great. So it's a great day here in Gwinnett County. The weather is beautiful. It's a beautiful fall morning. 62 degrees. Only going to go up to a high of 74, which is beautiful. Hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. I am. I've been up since 5:46 this morning. Yep. Can't help myself. Body just wakes up on its own. I have my clock set for like 7 o'clock, but my body never sleeps at 7 o'clock. Only way my body sleeps at 7 o'clock is if I stayed up really late at night. And when I say really late, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I can kind of sleep to like 7, 8. I remember one day, though, I wasn't feeling well. And when I woke up, I had slept about 8 hours and 3 minutes. And I woke up, I was like, holy crap. So my Fitbit, what happens if you got a Fitbit, when you sleep a certain amount of hours, it like does like this like explosion of celebration because you reached your goal. Like if I hit 8,000 steps in a day, I hit my goal. It does like this whole big firework thing on the Fitbit. And if I get enough sleep, it does like this celebration on the Fitbit. So that particular morning, I don't know how often I get 8 hours of sleep. Not very often. I just remember that one time because of that. But it was like 8 hours and something like 3 minutes. But it was good. But anyway, I slept good. I got some good sleep. I think I got about 6.5 hours last night, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look at my Fitbit tonight. It will tell me how much time I actually slept. So I feel good, though. I feel great, actually. All right, so today is Thursday, November the 18th, and it is my Friday. I know it's Thursday, but it's my Friday. You know, I don't do work on Fridays. Let me say this. I don't podcast on Fridays. I work every day, which I try not to. I'm really trying to make Saturday a no-work day. So far, my schedule looks pretty good, and so it looks like a no-work day. So this Saturday, I'm going to the movies, so it's kind of like a no-work day. All right, but anyway, today is National Rural Health Day. Now, it's a day, and I can't even pronounce this. I'm going to try. Today is National Vic High Sauce Day. Vic High Sauce Day. It's BICHYSSOISE. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Vic High Sauce Day. I have no idea what that is. Anyway, it's that day. It's National Rural Health Day. It's National Princess Day. It's Mickey Mouse birthday. Wait a minute. Hold the fort. Hold it. It's Mickey Mouse birthday. Happy birthday, Mickey Mouse. My granddaughter loves Minnie Mouse. She loves Minnie Mouse. It's also Great American Smokeout Day and World Pancreatic Cancer Day. So these are your holidays for today, your national holidays. But happy birthday, Mickey Mouse. Yes, it's Mickey Mouse's birthday. How old is Mickey Mouse? About 100 years old. I don't know. I remember when I watched the Walt Disney movie. If you haven't got a chance to watch it, it's very interesting. It was called Walt Before Disney. Yeah, check it out. It's a really, really good movie. It chronicles Walt Disney's life and how he started the whole Walt Disney Empire. Because that's exactly what it is. It's a Walt Disney Empire. And he was brilliant now. He had his faults like most of us do. But he was brilliant in the way he thought about things and the way he moved and did things. He always thought outside the box. And I think that's really cool. I love watching those stories. Let me tell you something. If you've never watched the stories of people like Walt Disney, Henry Ford, Thomas Edison, J.P. Morgan, Andrew Carnegie, or Carnegie, depending on how you want to say it, Vanderbilt, Cornelius Vanderbilt, J.D. Rockefeller. If you never watched those, Bird's Eye, C.W. Post, you've never watched those things, watch them. And those are all men. Wells Fargo, Westinghouse, watch those shows. Tesla, watch them. They are amazing. But I gotta tell you guys, they were ruthless. When I tell you ruthless, they took no prisoners. Yeah, they took no prisoners, and that's why we still know their names until this day, because they were ruthless. They took no prisoners. They didn't do a lot of collaborations. They only collaborated one time. I think it was J.D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, J.P. Morgan. I don't think Cornelius Vanderbilt. I don't think he was in the partnership with them, but those three for sure partnered when they were trying to get their own president. Oh God, because this is where we are now. When they were trying to get their own president in the White House so they can keep doing the things that they were doing, because they were afraid of Eisenhower. And Eisenhower, who came from a rich family, was like, I'm about to bust all this up. And they were like, okay, we need to put him as... Now listen to this reasoning back in the 1800s. The reasoning was, we're going to make we're going to make Eisenhower the vice president so we can shut him up and so he can stay out of our business, right? And so they made sure that their president got elected, and that Eisenhower was the vice president, but something happened to the president. I forgot who the president was. And guess what happened? Eisenhower became the president and broke their companies up. I think Carnegie he went out of the country to Ireland somewhere, and he tried to hide out for a while, but he had to come back and face the music. It was... When I tell you ruthless, ruthless. That's why I watch the History Channel, because it tells the stories of how these things got built. Now, what's interesting, I have yet to see a story of anything that black folk did. Now, although I love watching the stories about these people who did the railroad and the oil companies and the gas companies, did we not do anything? I haven't seen a story yet, History Channel, about the things that we contributed to this to America. But I got to tell you, those are some interesting stories to me. All right, so I could be on that all day because I find them intriguing. Because what they did was they built generational wealth, and we still talk about the wealth that they built to this day. And if you look at the stories, even the story of McDonald's and how it got founded, right? If you look at that story, I love the story about Birdseye and CW Post and Catalog. You gotta listen to Birdseye was a man, just in case y'all didn't know. Swanson, yeah, a man. You have to watch the stories, and they're amazing. I love them. I love them because they tell amazing stories about how things got started. And you go to the grocery stores, you ride in cars, and you see these things, and a lot of people don't even know that the names of the things that they see and buy are the names of people, families that started years ago. Some of them hundreds of years ago. And their legacy still lives on to this day and probably will never die. Because what happens is, the next generation just keeps reinventing the legacy. That's what they do. They stay on top of the curve. They see what's happening, and they keep reinventing the legacy. They don't let the legacy die. It just keeps going because they keep reinventing it. And so, as I move forward, that's my goal. My goal is to create a legacy company. That's why I keep doing what I do. All right, let's get on, because I could be on this all day, y'all, and I won't, because it's Thursday and I got to go. Let's get on with our horoscopes, brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thodson for today, Thursday, November the 18th. Yep, 7 days away from Thanksgiving. That's all you got. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Short trips may be tiring, but rewarding. Don't depend on coworkers to help. They may only hold you back. Attend trade shows that will allow you to look at new products. Listen, don't depend on your coworkers to help you out. They're only going to hold you back today, Aries. You can move much further along if you go by yourself. Yep, I'm just trying to help you out today. Taurus, you can make career changes that may put you in a much higher earning bracket. The existing problem must be dealt with one way or another. You will gain knowledge through your adventure. Listen, you can make some career changes, but you got to do some things, right? Making career changes means you need to do some things. You need to get some new skills. You need to change the circles that you hang out in. And then when you do those things, you can move up to a higher earning bracket. Yeah, I'm still on my millionaire journey, y'all. Trust me, when I'm still on that journey, I haven't hit it yet, but I'm going to hit it. 2022, I'm definitely going to hit it. I already know I'm going to hit it. Because I have to change my circle, I have to learn some new skills, and I'm okay with that. Gemini, attend to things that you should have done yesterday. Procrastinator. Be careful when dealing with investments. Double check before you go out. Be real careful when dealing with investments. Just in case y'all missed last night. Last night was Wise Women Invest with Carolyn Shoemate. Be sure to go to wisewomeninvest.co, wisewomeninvest.co to listen to the episode from last night. We talked about mutual funds and what you should look out for and how to choose mutual funds. Go to wisewomeninvest.co. If you want to become a member of the Wise Women Invest community, it is free to become a member. We're going to be putting a lot of content over there to help you learn about stocks and learn about mutual funds, learn how to invest in real estate and all these great things. If you want to become a member of that community, go to wisewomeninvest.club. wisewomeninvest.club. That's a community that I'm building for women to help them learn how to invest in stocks, mutual funds, bonds, real estate, cryptocurrency, and early stage businesses. So wisewomeninvest.club. If you want to listen to the last night episodes, go to wisewomeninvest.co. All right, cool. Cancer, your fun-loving approach will be admired and appreciated by others. You will be too quick to point your finger at your mate. Don't ignore any emotional issues that could be causing problems. Listen, Cancer, you can't ignore the issues, right? No kind, emotional, physical. Don't ignore them because they don't go away. That's what people don't tend to understand. Because you ignore it, it doesn't go away. It just stays there and it grows like a cancer. It just keeps growing little by little by little, and then all of a sudden, boom, you got this big problem. So try not to ignore any emotional issues that could be causing problems. If you need help, ask for help. That's another thing. Don't be afraid to say, "Hey, I'm raising my hand. I need help." It's some people. No, let me just say this. You got some people with some big egos and some big pride, and they don't want people to know that they need help, and they suffer in silence. Let me just say that again. There are people out there with big egos and big pride, and they need help, but they won't ask for help because they don't want people to know it, because the ego saying, "Don't let them know. Don't tell them you need help." So they suffer in silence. Don't let that be you, Cancer. Don't suffer in silence. Get the help that you need. Ask. Raise your hand. Leo, children or friends may try to talk you into lending them money. Ooh. Try not to attempt to do something unless you are fully intent on following through with the plans. You won't get the reaction you want from your mate today. All right, listen. You may not get the reaction you want, and that's okay. As long as you believe in what you're doing, you believe in what you're doing. Listen, there are a lot of things I go to my husband about, and he don't say a word, which I don't know how he's thinking, how he's feeling about it, because at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know how he's feeling about it, but I know how I'm feeling about it. So either I'm going to move forward or I'm not. Now, this morning, what was funny, I asked him his advice about something, and a lot of times he'll give me his honest opinion, and then sometimes he won't say anything, and I don't know what he's thinking. At that point, it's like, okay, I don't know what he's thinking. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. So this morning, I shared something with him. I said, "Hey, I want to know your thoughts about this," and he gave me his honest feedback. Now what he said didn't match up with how I was feeling, and I was like, okay. And then I still made the decision that I wanted to, but I wanted to see what he had to say about it. And I know for him, he was being politically correct. For me, I probably was letting my ego and emotions get involved. And by the time I get through the rest of the day, I may change my mind. But right now, what he said and what I'm thinking, they don't match. And it's okay, because I asked him for his honest feedback and he gave it to me. So, sometimes you don't get the reaction you want. You still have to make the decision. Whether you like the answer or not, you have to make the decision. Virgo, you will easily blow situations out of proportion. Compromise will be necessary. You must get out and mingle. Listen here, Virgo. If you want to meet somebody, go somewhere, do some things, get out and mingle. Put your best foot forward. Put on your, I'm not going to say put on your Sunday best, but put on your cutest outfit. Whether you're a guy or girl, put on your cutest outfit and go out and mingle. Look cute. Go out there. Let me tell you something. When you look cute, you feel cute. When you feel cute, you look cute. When you look cute, you feel cute. I don't know about y'all, but that's how I feel. When I feel like I look cute, I feel cute. Yes, I had on the outfit the other day. My husband said, "Ooh, he said, you look like what did he say? He said, you the fashion person in the office." And I was like, nah. But I knew I was looking cute that day. I was looking, and it was very casual, but it was cute. And I felt like I looked cute. And obviously he felt like I looked cute because he made a comment about it. I thought that was funny. But I felt like I looked cute, so I felt like I looked cute, so I felt cute. So, but listen, girl, mingle, but look cute. Put on your cute outfit. If you like jeans, put on some cute jeans, some cute shoes. It's the fall. Get you some cute boots. Do your thing. Show up. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thies. Stay tuned.
will still remain. So do what you want, baby. You and me in the sun. Know that I still be here when the day is done. So come a little bit closer, and I'll tell you what I feel inside. You know I'm gonna wait on you. I'm gonna wait on you. You know I'm gonna wait on you. Yes, I'm gonna wait on you. No one's gonna love you like I do. So glad that I found you. You're the missing piece, the last piece of the puzzle. I'm finally at ease. So when times are rough and the promises we make just seem so hollow and weak, and we're about to break, we have to remind ourselves, 'cause we know how we feel inside. You know I'm gonna wait on you. Ain't over till it's over. I'm gonna wait on you. I'm gonna love it till it's gone. You know I'm gonna wait on you. And the weight that's on your shoulder, I'm gonna carry that for you. So hear me when I say, no one's gonna love you like I do. I'm gonna wait on you. I'm gonna wait on you. I'm gonna wait on you. You know I'm gonna wait on you. And the weight that's on your shoulder, yes, I'm gonna carry that for you. So hear me when I say, no one's gonna love you like I do.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily horoscope, brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. We're gonna pick it up with Libra. Self-improvement projects should be your key concern. You can stabilize your personal relationships if you're willing to communicate honestly. You can put in some overtime and make some extra cash. Listen, you can stabilize your personal relationship if you're willing to communicate honestly. Communicate honestly is the key word. If your relationship is a little rocky right now, Libra, think about how you can make it better through communication. I know some people just hate to communicate. Oh, I just talked about this as the show went off. You can't just think you can brush it under the rug and it's going to go away. It does not go away. It does not. It does not. Scorpio, romantic opportunities are evident. You need to take a long, hard look at yourself and your personal situation. Be considerate and avoid being overly opinionated, or arguments will ensue. All right, listen, take a long, hard look at yourself and your personal situation. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking at everybody else. Stop looking at, somebody just sent me a text, right? And I just happened to look at it. It's crazy. Anyway, stop looking at everybody else and look at yourself. And decide, is this who I want to be? Am I who I want to be? Because you can be who you want to be. You just got to make the decision to do that. Yep, and you got to do the long, hard work that go along with it. Hopefully you don't have to do a lot. Some of us got to do a lot of work. Some of us work on ourselves for our whole lives. And we still we're never complete. I don't think we are. I don't think anybody really is, for real. I think that life is about changing all the time, even if it's small changes. Especially if you're a person who wants to be better and better, a better and better you for you. Sagittarius, you may find it difficult to communicate with someone at work. Your energy will be high. Sudden romantic connections may be short-lived. Okay, today is all about communicating. That's like the 5th horoscope I've read. It's about communicating. So today is a communications day. Yeah, communicate. You may find it difficult to communicate with someone at work. But your energy is high. Yes. Did you step on the ground this morning and ground yourself to Sagittarius? Because you got high energy. Capricorn, double check before you go out. A female colleague may cause problems for you. Emotional situations could bring out your stubborn nature. Yes, Capricorns can be stubborn when they want to. Yes, they can. They are sweet people. But when they want to be stubborn and set in their ways, they most definitely... I remember a time, this was really funny, y'all. And this was a long time ago. This was 31 years ago. And the reason I know it was 31 years ago because my godson is 31. So my 2 best friends when I was in... So I have 5, but I have 4. I have 4 best friends. 2 of them I've been friends with since I was 14. The third one I've been friends with since I was 16. And then the other one, I think I became friends when I was about 30. And so we've been friends for a long time. But the 2 that I've been friends with the longest, we went to Florida. And one of them was pregnant at the time. She was pregnant with my godson. And I remember we were in a restaurant and we were ready to go. And she was sitting on the outside. And she would not move. We was like, move, let's go. She was like, no, I'm not finished yet. And she literally would not move out the way, y'all. She was eating some grits. And she was pregnant. We was like, girl, move, let's go. She would not move. But I said all that to say she's one of the sweetest person, but she could be really stubborn when she wants to be. I've seen her be stubborn. That was just her having fun. But I've seen her be really stubborn. But she's one of those people that makes sure everybody needs come before hers most of the time, which is not a good thing. We've been talking about that for 40 years. Aquarius, you may find that your family responsibilities are piling up. Chances are they are jealous. Travel for pleasure will be enticing. Listen, somebody around you, Aquarius, is jealous. I don't know who it is, and chances are if they try to give you flag or the side eye, they're jealous. But here's the thing. That's their issue. Let them figure it out. It's not for you to figure out. You keep doing what you got to do for you, your family, your friends, your business, your community. Let them figure out why they're jealous. It has nothing to do with you. So you keep moving forward and let them figure it out. Because that's their problem, not yours, that they're jealous. Because here's the thing. They have the same opportunities you have if they put in the same kind of work that you do. If they're passionate about the thing that they're supposed to be passionate about. See, that becomes a problem. Everybody wants to look at you for what you're doing and have a problem with that when they're not doing anything. Do what you need to do. And then we can chat. We could be friends. We could do some things. But you got to do what you need to do. Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, you will accomplish the most in the work environment today. Really? Will I? Close deals that have been up in the air and move on to new ones that appear to be profitable. It might be time to pick up the slack and do your share. Hot dog, listen here. I don't know about y'all fish, but I have been doing my share. I picked up the slack and I'm doing my share. I don't know what that means, but for me, I'm talking about, I don't know. I really don't know what that means, actually. Anyway, you're going to get a lot done in your work environment today. That's great. That's anytime you can accomplish the goals that you set for yourself, that's a good thing. Now, here's what got me excited. Close deals that have been up in the air and move on to new ones that appear to be profitable. Now, I got to step back for a second and see what deals have I left in the air. Oh, I can tell y'all this, though. Yesterday. So, y'all know I told you let me just close out the horoscopes. All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again on Monday to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned. I got an email yesterday from GoDaddy, right? Because I own a lot of domain names. It's sad. I feel like that's my addiction. If I had to sit down and do a budget, they probably would look at my domain name habit and say, okay, you need to go get some help. I literally own over 200 domain names. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. I know it's sick. But what happens is when I have a great idea for something, and that goes to show you that I have a lot, I buy a domain name for it. Some of the names I never use. So I'll hold them for a year. If I don't like them, if I feel like I'm never going to use them, I'll let them go. I've had 2 domain names that I've had probably 15 years. About as long as GoDaddy's been out, I've had those domain names. But anyway, I got an email from GoDaddy yesterday, and someone wants to buy one of my domain names. I was excited. I was like, and I said back in the email, this is exciting. Now, what's crazy is I'll sell it if the price is right, but the price got to be right. So they asked me how much would I be willing to sell a domain name for, and I sent back my price. Say, hey, this is how much I'll be willing to sell it for. If they come back and say, yes, I'm selling that domain name, which would be the first time I ever sold a domain name. And it's crazy because I bought that domain name based on one of my podcasts. And that's why I bought it. And so I bought it, but I don't use it. I use a different domain name for one of the podcasts. But I bought it. So someone wanted to buy it. So I don't know. I'll let you guys know if it sells. But if they come back and buy it, I paid $8.96. That'd be amazing. That's like that's gonna be great. All right, let's get on to some news you can use. I know domain names are my bad habit. Like people smoke cigarettes, I buy domain names. I know it's sad. It's a sad thing. I need to go to domain therapy or something. Let me tell you something. GoDaddy said to me before. I'm a member of the domain. I'm in the domain name club now. They said you really need to think about being in the domain name club because you can save a lot of money every year. And first I was kind of like, nah, I don't need to do that. And then I said, you know what? I really do. So I joined the domain name club at GoDaddy because I have a lot of domain. I think I had 213 domain names that I own. Yeah, I buy domain names. Every time I have a great idea, I buy one. And then if I don't use it in a year, I let it go back. So, I don't know. That's just my bad habit, y'all. Just my bad habit. A new congressional map released by the GOP, by the House of GOP lawmakers. Yep, the map is out again. Now, what's interesting about this map is that it appears that the map appears to make Representative Lucy McBeth's congressional district 6 less Democrat friendly. That's what's interesting about the map. So it looks like her district is going to have more white voters, while Carolyn Bordeaux district remains minority majority. So her district is pretty much going to be the same, but Macbeth, and I have been trying to understand like the drawing of the lines with the map, right? And I was like, okay, how does this work? Now I get it. So if they draw the line in your district where you're running, and your district is predominantly one political party, and you are in the other political party, chances of you winning will probably be none. I get, unless they really, really like you. And so her district is going to put her in a position that she may have to like move out of that particular district in order to fight for that seat or another seat. Meanwhile, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who's in the 14th district, will have a higher percentage of Black and Hispanic voters. Although it would also have the highest percentage of white voters in the state. That's like North Georgia up there in the mountains, which is pretty interesting. Like I finally got it this morning. I was like, oh, I get it. Because I couldn't really get like redrawing the lines. What does that mean? Even though my good friend Derek J. Wilson was kind of trying to tell me, now it makes sense. I was like, oh, I get it. Politics are something serious, y'all. Something serious. Speaking of politics, so former Senator Perdue is really gearing up to run against, he hasn't formally announced it, but, it looks like he may be running against Governor Kemp. Now, what kind of irks me about Kemp is that, why do you guys fold under pressure? Like, I think that's put your big boy underwear on and say, you know what, I'm sticking to my gun. So apparently, Kemp said, he did not say that the election was stolen for Trump and all this stuff. So Trump is mad. But what gets me about Perdue is that, that the election wasn't stolen. So why are you trying to run on that crap? And then now what goes back and get me about Kemp is that the election was not stolen, but now you're ordering an audit. I'm like, why? He goes, Kemp wrote that he's not disputing the outcome of 2020 election, which Democrat Joe Biden won by 12,000 votes. The results were verified by two machines, but he still wants an audit. Come on, man. That's not going to help you win the election. You can't, either you are or you aren't. Now, what also surprised me was Raffensperger, who said, our election wasn't stolen. He didn't like what Trump was doing. Then he turns around and said he would still vote for Trump. Like, what? I don't think they have spines. But this is not the show I talk politics. I talk politics on Sunday at 1 p.m. Me and Derek J. Wilson. So be sure to tune into Popcorn and Politics, where we talk nothing but politics. I just wanted to give y'all an update on the lines being redrawn and what's going to happen and where we are and all that stuff. But we will talk more about politics on Sunday at 1 p.m. So be sure to tune in if you don't want to, and you listen, we go live on LinkedIn. We go live on Facebook. We go live on YouTube. We go live. So if you want to tap in, all you got to do is drop a comment in and we can bring you right into the conversation. I'll drop a link and you can come in and share what you got to say. Me personally, if I say this is what I believe, it's what I believe. Unless you truly, truly, truly give me real strong evidence to change my decision, that's what I believe. But for them, it's like a party thing. Like they just, it's like they lose their spine. Like they got jelly spines or something. Like you say you believe that, then believe it. But I ain't gonna believe it because I'm gonna say I believe it, but then I'm gonna still bend a little bit so they can look like I'm on your side. It's crazy, just nuts. Anyway, let's get on with some other news. I like this idea right here, and I really do because I think this is much needed. After the pandemic, I know me personally, with everything that happened last year in 2020, and then the loss of my mom this year, I know I suffer from some form of PTSD. I know I do because I can hear a siren and just I have to make myself not freak out. I could not get a call from my daughter at a certain time or my brother or my husband, and I have to make myself not freak out. And it's all because of all the stuff that happened last year with George Floyd, and then my mom passing away from COVID. I have to make myself not freak out. So I have to talk myself through this process of don't freak out. Everything is okay. For young people, that may not be so easy to do. So Clayton County Schools will discuss student mental health wellness and awareness on an online forum tomorrow. I think that's so important because if I'm a grown person having issues, what are these kids going through right now? They're seeing all the stuff that we see and probably even more. I cut myself off from the news. I don't think I watched the news, like the news since my mom passed away. That used to be something that we did together. We would watch the, what is it called? David Muir, he came on like at 7 o'clock. I forgot them, some American news or something. But it came on every day at 7 o'clock. And she and I would watch that together. That was the most news I watched then because I was like, the news is just too depressing for me. And so anytime I hear anything depressing, it does something physically to me. And I was like, I don't want to watch the news. Kids, on the other hand, they have to see all this stuff that's going on, and they don't know how to wrap their little minds around that stuff, and who knows what kind of effect it's having on them right now. So anyway, Clayton County Schools, they're going to have this mental health awareness day, wellness awareness day tomorrow, and it's dubbed Be the One to Silence the Shame. And the discussion is for students from the ages from 6th grade to 12th grades. It's going to be streamed live on Facebook Live and YouTube Live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. So the event is designed to increase student awareness about mental health and mental wellness. That's what it's designed to do. And I think that's important because a lot of times these kids are under so much pressure. I read a story about 2 weeks ago. This guy lived in, I think, North Carolina or South Carolina. He had an 11-year-old daughter. And he said he thought she was fine. She was a happy, bubbly kid. He said every night they did homework together. The little girl killed herself. She was 11 years old. And he had no clue that anything was going on. No clue at all. And so, had she known that there was a program out there where she can go and talk to somebody, not feel ashamed or feel like somebody was going to label her, she may have taken the option to do that. So I applaud Clayton County Schools for having this mental wellness awareness day tomorrow, and it's streamed live, so anybody can tune in. I don't know if other schools are going to be able to tune in to the, have classroom tune in, but I think it's important. I think it's important for these kids to know that there's somebody out there that they can talk to. Even if they're feeling overwhelmed. I was reading an article this morning by Charlemagne the God. So Charlemagne the God, he's one of the hosts at the Breakfast Club. He and Angela Yee and DJ Envy, and he was saying how he has a whole foundation where he is trying to help. I think he said 10 million Black people get mental health care, right? And he said he's glad that his daughter, who was having some issues, had the nerve and to come to them and say, hey, listen, I'm feeling overwhelmed, right? Because she knows it is okay to say, you know what, mentally something is going on. I'm not feeling well. I'm just feeling stressed out. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling overwhelmed. He said, I'm so glad she was able to do that. And then we can help her get the help she needs. He said he's been in therapy for 7 years. And a lot of times, especially in the African-American community, we don't believe, well, let me say this, we used to didn't believe in going out and getting help. We used to didn't even believe in talking about mental health. Because I remember telling somebody one time, they were having some marital issues. And she said to me, she told me she was having marital issues. I'm like, listen, why don't you just go to a counselor? It's like, girl, we don't need no counselor. I mean, all we need to do is, so she started running down all the things that she thought they needed to do. And I'm telling her, it sounds like you need to go to a counselor, right? But in her mind, she didn't need to go to a counselor. And it still didn't help the marriage. Like, they didn't go to the counselor. And it didn't help. Because we don't need a counselor. I'm not going to a counselor. Well, okay, so that's why your marriage failed. Because maybe if you would have gone to the counselor to get an unbiased opinion, have somebody be a mediator that does not know either one of you, it may have helped a little bit, you know. But I'm glad that the conversations are being had, and I applaud Clayton County Schools for saying, you know what, our kids are worth us having this conversation. So I'm going to give them a round of applause. If you want to tune in live to that live stream tomorrow, it's going to be tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And it's going to be streamed live on Facebook. It's going to be streamed live on YouTube, so you can check it out. I guess you got to go to Clayton County's school system website to get the link, or to maybe like their page or something so you can follow them. But be sure to tune into that. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County and beyond. Stay tuned.
Sure, we had fun tonight. You and me felt alright. But it's time you pick up your phone. You won't be worth my while. Me and you won't work out. Pick it up, pack it up, get a cab and go. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I ain't got room for love. I don't need stars above. All I need is my precious space. Yeah. Why you so serious? Can't you just be mine for a night, my love? Take it off, put it on, then be on your way. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been to hurt before. I've been through hell and more. So I hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. This way I won't get bored. So I hold on to my heart. It's not your fault, my baby. It's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later. Promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. Cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart. Share with nobody. I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart. Give it up for nobody. I just keep it to myself. I've been too hurt before. I've been through hell and more. So I hold on to my heart. I've been alone before. This way I won't get bored. So hold on to my heart.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County and beyond. Well, looks like the security over at the school board's meeting has just been beefed up. There's been so much going on at the school board meetings because of the mask mandates, because of critical race theory, all the things that's been going on. And so now the school board says, you know what, we need to beef up our securities. And how have they done that? Well, they have metal detectors. So now when there's a meeting at the school, you have to go through a metal detector. It's so sad that we have to come to this, right? It's so sad that there's fear of people being hurt going to a school board meeting. But it's so much stuff going on around the school board till you have to be safe. It's better safe than sorry. So right now, Gwinnett County Public Schools will begin making people who attend school meetings to go through a security screening, including passing through a metal detector before they can enter the meeting. That's what we are. That's what we are, people. We are going through metal detectors in schools before we go to the meeting. The school system announced the new security measures yesterday. The first meeting where this measure will take place is scheduled for today. So as this is the first month with these expanded safety measures in place, meeting attendees are encouraged to arrive early to provide ample time to go through the security check-in, said district spokeswoman Sloan Roach. That's what we are. You know, I think it's sad that people don't know how to act. They want to protest, they want to fight, they want to jump folks, all kind of crazy stuff. Now you got to go through metal detectors. Pretty soon they're going to have to scan your eyeball and make sure you are who you say you are. You know, they're going to have AI robots in the parking lot checking you for other kind of, it's just nuts. And I'm exaggerating. I'm totally exaggerating, but you never know. I never thought we'd be to the point where we got to have school metal detectors for people to come to a school board meeting, but that's what we are. There's been so much stuff going on around, you know, where we are with the school board. Is it partisan? Is it nonpartisan? Do we wear masks? Do we not wear masks? Do we mandate masks? It's just been a mess. The pandemic has caused a lot of opportunities, but it has caused a lot of problems. A lot. Outside of beautiful people losing their lives, it's caused a lot of problems in communities like this, like mask mandates and, you know, do we get the vaccine? Do we not? Is it mandatory? Is it not? It's just been a mess. And so now, if you want to go to a school board meeting, you know, you gotta go through the metal detector. I guess they still have to figure out whether or not you gotta wear the mask. If you wear the mask, I don't know. It's just a mess. But that's what we are. So if you're gonna go to the school board meeting tonight, be sure to get there early enough because you gotta go through security. And by going through security, you gotta go through the metal detector. So if you're thinking about carrying your gun and knife, don't, because you're not gonna be able to get in the building. I'm just trying to save you some time and effort. That's what it's going to be. Speaking of mask mandate, Gwinnett school mask requirements will be based on the COVID-19 transmission levels starting in January. You know, there are a lot of people who don't want their kids to wear masks. They said that it causes problem with the kids. I totally understand the problem that, you know, it may cause some breathing problems. Because I feel like I have breathing problems because, like, I'm always sniffling. And that's because I wear that mask and I can't breathe. I get it. Here's the thing, though. The alternative, catch COVID. I had it. I don't want it again. So I don't want that. So I'm going to wear the mask. Gwinnett County Public Schools announced on Wednesday that it will switch to a complex new face mask policies, that will fluctuate based on transmission level of COVID-19 in the second semester, which begins in January. The shift means that the district could go back and forth during the second semester on requiring masks. Other districts in the metro Atlanta area have switched to a mask optional system as the Delta variant wave of disease has faded. So Delta has faded. Lambda and Mu never really caught on fast enough, I don't think. Delta was like the next one that was out, but the variant seems to be fading away, which is great, which means that something we're doing is right. So for those of us who decide to take the vaccine and wear the mask, we probably protected the ones that don't, you know, which I think is kind of selfish, but that's just my opinion. It's my opinion. When the decision was made to implement the mask mandate in July, primary considerations were the high transmission rates in the community and the fact that our students were ineligible for the vaccine, Superintendent Calvin Watts said. So they were ineligible for the vaccines. Now they are eligible for the vaccines. I think starting from ages 5 and older, they're eligible for the vaccines. They also have like free vaccine clinics going on in Gwinnett County at some schools so they can get vaccinated there. So they're going to see how we're doing in January. So based on the transmission of where the virus is, that's how they're going to determine whether or not masks will be required in school. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, right now, it is what it is. You don't feel like fighting with folks. You know, it just is what it is. All right, I'm going to go to my last song. Then I'm going to come back and give you my word of inspiration for the day. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Time goes by and yet I wonder, are you and me still the same? Are you still loving the game? I know I don't. You cast your spell and I went under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. So I stay here and hold
one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Made a promise to myself, this time I will keep it. Where there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every smile, with every tear, I know I will make it. I'm gonna see a brighter day. Oh, oh, oh. A brighter day, a brighter day. Oh, a brighter day. Time goes by and yet I wonder, why do we put each other through hell? Why can't we just get over ourselves? I know I should. You cast your spell and now we're under. I know the laughter and the pain. Will I ever love again? I don't know if I can take it anymore. Yeah, so I stay here and hold my heart when you walk out the door. Yeah, made a promise to myself and I repeat it in my head. Set your mind free. Set your mind free. No one knows what I've been through, but this is the end of me and you. Set your mind free. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, oh, right, yeah, yeah. Oh, made a promise to myself, this time I will keep it. Where there's a will, yeah, there's a way. With every smile, with every tear, I know I will make it. I'm gonna see a brighter day, brighter
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my words of inspiration, and here goes. One small crack does not mean you are broken. It means that you were put through the test and didn't fall apart. Oh my goodness. I've been holding this all week. This is like my weekend closeout. One small crack does not mean you are broken. It means that you were put to the test and didn't fall apart. Linda Poindexter said that, and she was right. Sometimes we get a small crack in the foundation and you feel like the world is over. It feels like you're broken. You are not broken. You just have a crack. Oh, let me say it again. I feel like I'm in charge. You are not broken. You just have a crack. And here's the thing about cracks. They can be mended. You put the right solution on a crack, it'll be just like new. And that's what you got to do. You're not broken. You just have a crack. And here's the thing. You can put a Band-Aid on it for right now, but you can find the right kind of soluble to put in that crack and fill it. You know when your windshield is cracked, and if you catch the crack in time, you don't have to replace the whole windshield. You can just put a little bit of resin on it and fill the crack, and it's just like new. Yeah, that's where you are. You're not broken. You just have a crack. You didn't fall apart. You're still standing. You just got a crack, and that's okay. What you do is you fix the crack. And heck, if you have to replace the whole thing, replace it if you can. But if it's just a crack, you're not broken. You just have a crack. So my question to you is, what cracks do you need to get filled? Because you made it through. You didn't fall apart. You just got a crack. What cracks in your life need a plug? That's all I got for you today. You could be anywhere in the world, but spend the last 52 minutes with me. And I love and appreciate you for that. I want to thank you for always listening and showing me some love around the world. I love and appreciate you for that. If you missed any episodes of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, follow me on Good Morning Gwinnett on Facebook, on Good Morning Gwinnett on Instagram, and on the Twitter, I am at GM Gwinnett, the number one. GM Gwinnett, the number one. If you're interested in learning how to invest money, women, be sure to check out the Wise Woman Invest podcast every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Stream live on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Roku, You can all check it out there. Also, if you like politics, I'll be talking politics this coming Sunday at 1 p.m. with my good friend Derek J. Wilson, live at 1 p.m. You can check us out on LinkedIn, America One Radio. Yes, we stream live on America One Radio. Facebook, YouTube, and Roku. All of those places you can catch us live. I'll be back again on Monday. I'm about to say on Thursday. I'll be back again for the Good Morning with Net show on Monday. Thank you again for listening. Stay safe out there, my friends. And until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.